everybody. Welcome back to Unparalleled Universe. And today, we have a very special video.
Oh,
because what we're
come
doing
on!
is revealing
This is getting to be ridiculous.
Captain America figure by Hasbro. And I'm not going to keep you in suspense
Hey, Lex.
very long.
Yeah, it's Dave. Yeah, did you see? Can you believe that Hasbro have given another reveal to a different YouTuber, passing me over once again?
What kind of disgusting, despicable lack of respect is that Billy What's-His-Name show?
I don't think there's anyone there called Billy. I think it's Dan who hosts the live stream. Yeah, maybe I should ask him onto one of my live streams, maybe on Saturday. We could ask him why we haven't been given a reveal yet.
Super Saturday? What is it? I don't even know what it's called. What is it called?
I was thinking we could call it Super Brawl Saturday.
Super Brawl Saturday? Can he afford to pay me to wrestle
No,
around?
he won't pay you. I'll pay you. But we need to get in touch with him. Do you have his Twitter handle?
I don't know!
Okay, well, hopefully we can get him, because I think it'll do wonders for the channel to have a celebrity on here.
I'm one of the biggest legends and stars ever in this... God! Ugh. And your t-shirts are too tight too, Billy!
No, my name's David. So, are you up for debating Dan on the show?
Look at me! I'm a total package! I will rip him apart! I'm pissed now!
This should go well.
There's a new street fighter on your windowsill. The weapon is peace. The word is chill.
Hello there, gang, and welcome to another episode of Displaying Model Behaviour, the Earth's mightiest action figure video podcast. So take off your pants, crack a beer, and get ready for the nerdy news that you need to know about. And oh my giddy lord, is there a lot of it. I take like 2 days off and suddenly everyone announces everything. And then Muggins here has to try and correlate all this stuff, which means going onto one single website and just taking all their stories. But damn it, someone's got to do it, and that person is me. So, let's get straight into it, guys. First of all, the biggest story for me, and I think for most of you as well. The biggest story, and I can't remember what it was. There's a new Captain America. That's what I was trying to tell you. Gosh, you can see from the lighting, I'm recording this late at night, and clearly I'm not firing on all cylinders. But yes, 2022 will mark the 20th anniversary of Marvel Legends, going back to the Toy Biz days. So to show that? What am I trying to say? What word? To like do a thing for commemorate? Oh boy. To commemorate that, Marvel Legends are releasing a new Captain America, because the very first wave, or first year, they had a Captain America, so it's kind of a nice little nod of the cap. I was thinking originally they could do like the first wave again in modern forms, but then again there was Iron Man and Hulk, and we've had those recently, so probably not. But we might get a Toad finally, because he was in that first wave of Marvel Legends, so there is still hope for that. But this Captain America looks really pretty. There are a lot of pros, but there's a little con as well. First of all, he looks very much like the 80th Captain America figure, and that's the one that I have, and that looks great, and he just looks like a brighter version of that, with some really nice lighter blue paint that'll make him pop off the shelf. This was a reveal given to Unparalleled Universe, I think. That dude is really good. I was trying to think of a word that wasn't awesome, and instead I just couldn't think of anything. But he is an awesome YouTuber, so I'm sure if you're watching this, then you must be familiar with Unparalleled Universe. So that dude got the reveal, and yeah, he pointed out the paintwork looks gorgeous. The unmasked head looks very, very good. A very classic looking Captain America. And a pro and con is that the shield has all these cool effects you can plug into it. So you can get like bullets, ping, kind of pinging off of it, or like a slash kind of motion. But then if you don't have any effects in there, then you have a Swiss cheese shield. So you've got vibranium, this indestructible metal full of holes, and it's like, oh guys, why you gotta play me like that? So if you want Captain America posed just with his shield without any effects, like he's posing for like a school picture, then you're gonna have to source a shield from somewhere else, otherwise it's just gonna look stupid with the holes in it, so that's a shame. But then also he's got a backdrop. I don't really care too much about backdrops, but it's nice to have. But the big news out of this one, is that this is about $31.99, I think is what it's retailing for. And that is quite a price jump. Okay, this is arguably more deluxe of a figure, but it's not that much more of a deluxe. I mean, this is starting to creep up a bit, and that's making me think, do I want to collect all of these figures as they come out? I've got to make some harder choices. My main choice that I've made is I'm going to sell my 80th cap, because I do want this one. And the 80th cap looks great. He still, has aged beautifully. He still looks terrific, but I prefer the lighter blue of this Captain America. So I'm kind of offsetting the cost of buying him by pre-selling the 80th one. So it kind of works out. I realize I don't need 10 billion versions of the same character. So to have this guy as my one kind of iconic Captain America, that will do just fine. BST AXN Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Foot Soldier set by the Loyal Subjects. I had to read that because that is quite a mouthful, and these are figures that will look quite the sight on your shelf. So a new player has entered the game. We've got a new company making Ninja Turtles, Hero Turtles, action figures, and these foot soldiers look really interesting because the color scheme is clearly taken from the arcade game, and I have huge nostalgic memories of that. When I saw these, I assumed that they were Neca. And then I saw that, oh wait, they don't have the pixely look that the arcade ones from Neca have. So this is a new line from new people. But I do love those different colors. And they're 5-inch scale, so they would work with the rest of your kind of Neca collection if you wanted to use them in that capacity. But they look bright and colorful. There's not too much in-depth detail to go into because we've just got these early looks. And they're all identical to each other, it looks, just with their kind of rainbow colors. But that alone makes them look kind of cool. I think they look great. But here is the essential info. A new Walmart exclusive figures set by the Loyal Subjects is now available to pre-order. You can now pre-order the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Foot Soldier 4-figure set. The figures are part of a 5-inch scale BST AXN line. The set includes a blue, silver, a purple, and an orange foot soldier. The set is priced at $74.99 and it's currently listed for a March 2022 release. We're going to take a quick little look at a Star Wars statue now because it's Darth Maul. And Darth Maul, even though I don't like the prequels, my goodness, he was a badass character. And I'm so glad that they brought him back and did something with him. But it always seems to me like people who say that the Clone Wars is good and the supplementary media for the prequels is good, it's always good in ways that are trying to undo the damage that was done with the prequels. People say, oh, the Clone Wars are really great because even though they're clones, they all have different personalities. And I'm like, oh, wouldn't it have been easier to have just not made them clones? And it's like, oh, Darth Maul is cool. He had like spider legs and then he put his body back together. And it's like, oh, wouldn't it have been better if they just didn't kill him off in the first film and just had a consistent villain throughout? It's kind of funny. But what isn't like a bad thing is that the character design is wicked. And this statue looks awesome. And it's done in that quasi-animated but not overly animated looking style. It's really, really pretty. Fun fact, I went to the same martial arts school as Ray Park, who played Darth Maul. And we kind of knew that he was starting to get into Hollywood because he had just done Mortal Kombat 2, where he played one of the reptile ninjas. Or was it the first Mortal Kombat? Either way, he had done one of those. And then he was going off to Hollywood to film a project that he wasn't allowed to tell anyone about, or wasn't allowed to give any details about, which of course was Star Wars. So that was pretty awesome. And this statue looks pretty awesome. So if you're one of those people who will forever defend the Clone Saga? No, the Clone Wars. The Clone Saga doesn't need defending. It's universally loved by everyone. But if you're a Clone Wars fan, then this statue might be right up your alley. Oof, that'd probably be quite uncomfortable. DC Multiverse McFarlane Toys Asimo Virus Hazmat Suit Batman pre-orders. Another big mouthful and another Batman figure. Todd's just trolling you DC fanboys right now. He's like, oh, what's that? You want another Batman figure? Well, all right then. So if you haven't yet got your fix of Batman, you can get Malibu Stacy with a new hat. He's got hazmat gear this time. And look, in defense to the McFarlane choices, it does look cool. Like, this is a cool, funky sort of look. Very James Bond, very Action Man, very what suit does Batman have for this particular problem type of look. But it's kind of cool. So if you're trying to collect every single Batman that McFarlane are making, and God bless you if you are, then this one is going to be another essential purchase. Now, we've got a company that is bringing the thunder and has kind of been moved to my forefront now, and that is Mezco. And Mezco, they've been some busy bees. The big one that they've revealed to us, and we don't have prices or release dates or anything else, it's just 2 pictures, but it's Mezco Doom. And it looks good. It looks very nice. Very, very nice indeed. It's only 2 pictures. I don't know where this accent is going. It's almost sounding kind of Welsh. Almost quite Anthony Hopkins. Very good, sir. Is what I said when I saw that picture. I was like, oh my goodness, Mezco have done a Doom and it looks very good, sir. And I want to buy it. Don't know how much it's going to cost, but it looks very cool. So I look forward to seeing more from that. But they weren't done. Mezco have just been dropping figures left and right. And they're not mad about anything because they are just pumping out all the good stuff. So as well as Doom, we got 5 Points Monsters. Don't know what that is. But I don't know like if 5 Points is a subgenre or something that they make. I'm not that familiar. It's just what the name says. Just get off my back. I don't know. Okay? But it looks fun in as much as I'm a big Universal Monsters kind of guy. I love the gothic horror and all the kind of sort of mythology that comes along with it. It's super fun. I love my haunted houses and all that kind of stuff. And these figures absolutely are just what that's all about. It's more of a cartoony style. And you've got the whole diorama like a play set. It would look so much fun on a big shelf. It looks really cool. Again, they've only just like announced these with a couple of pictures, but what we've seen looks super awesome. And then for you Power Rangers fans, we have a Power Rangers 5 Ranger set. And this is what Mezco were born to make, quite frankly. Because before I would always look at Mezco and go, it just looks like they're wearing pajamas. You know, that's the problem. But Power Rangers on TV, it just looked like they were wearing pajamas. So this is perfect. The all-over body stocking lycra type look. That's what Mezco can recreate, you know, down to a T, and they've done it. These Power Rangers look exactly like they would expect. I thought it was a like picture from the show, but actually no, these are the figures, I guess. I mean, they bloody well ought to be, otherwise that's not much of a reveal. But yeah, they look terrific. I'm not big on Power Rangers kind of nostalgia. I was a little bit older than the nostalgic bracket when that came out, but I still enjoyed Power Rangers, you know, just a little subtle one. You know, I was willing to freely admit that I dearly loved wrestling. But even Power Rangers, I was like, I'll just keep that to myself. But I really want to know what happens with this Green Ranger Tommy saga. But yeah, these look really, really pretty. So if you're a Mezco person, if you're a Power Rangers person, then this is for you. With no shortage of thunder to bring of their own, Neca have shown pictures of their new Demona figure. Is it Demona? It's funny, I did watch quite a bit of Gargoyles in the 90s, but I could never remember if that's her name. Demona? I think so. Either way, she looks beautiful. The Goliath figure has been hitting store shelves recently. Tons of reviews online. People generally really liking that figure. Not perfect, but a lot of people seem to be giving it the thumbs up, and this looks like she will just fit perfectly next to him. We all love a bad girl. We all love a femme fatale. We all love a sexy monster gargoyle lady. Or, I don't know, maybe that's just me. I like danger. And she looks super pretty, super awesome. The typical Neca kind of statuesque, but with articulation as well. They really nail that, and they nail animated looks so well. With the animated turtles, I always find they can capture that perfectly, like from celluloid or, you know, ink and paint, whatever, to the physical model. It looks awesome, and this looks awesome. So if you're starting to build up your Gargoyles collection, I hope you put some money aside, because I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of these. Keeping with the toons, but going more terrifying, Neca are now also revealing their Tiny Toon Terrors, or Toonie Terrors, that's it. Herbert Wesker from Reanimator, which is actually a film that I haven't seen. I'm a big horror fan, but I'm not a big kind of schlocky gross out type person, and it's kind of famous for being schlocky gross out, so it never really sort of captured my interest, but it is very much a cult classic. And what I do love is these Toonie Terrors that they've done. They've done a whole range of them now. They had a previous wave. They got the new ones coming out as well, with the Pirate from the Fog and Elvira as well. And they look really cool. If you had a whole set of them, that would be super pretty. Again, it's not a line that I need to go into. I've got enough lines. I'm trying to sell off some figures so that I can just pour money into new figures that has come from old figures, you know. I think that's the safest way of doing it. But still, I just sold off my entire Neca Terminator collection so I could buy like one Mezco, but hopefully it'll be worth it. But yeah, if you're into your Tiny Toons and you're a fan of Reanimator, and I know that plenty of you are, then this one's for you. And Mezco aren't stopping either. They've got more reveals too, because they're doing like a 31 Days of October, 31 Days of Horror for Halloween. They have just started to scratch the surface. So we also have a terrifying looking Pennywise figure. So the clown from It, this is a plush type doll, and again, we don't have much information, just a couple of pictures, but already I would not want that in my house. No, thank you, sir. And I'm not superstitious. I am a little stitious. And I certainly don't want a terrifying looking murder clown sitting across from me. And this is kind of an interesting look, because it's kind of the Tim Curry look of It, but not completely Tim Curry. It's a bit of its own kind of new creation, and I kind of dig that, so that's really cool. But also, to get things a little bit lighter, a little bit happier, they have a Batman and Two-Face 2-pack, and this looks like straight up 1960s Super Friends, bright, bold, colourful character designs, and that's really pretty. I'm not a big fan of that sort of camp kitsch look, but I know a lot of folks are, and we've only got a couple of pictures to go on, but even with Two-Face, with the bright orange colours and everything, he does look really cool, so that's a set that would totally pop off the shelf. And then, finally, they showed us a 2-pack of Godzilla and Hedora? I think it's Hedora. Let me have a little look at what I wrote there. Godzilla and Hedora. Yeah, there you go. So Hedora is like this big muck pollution monster. Just like Batman, we're talking sort of camp kitsch 70s. This is the most full-on man in rubber suit, goofy big eyes, Godzilla type era. I can't remember what the name of the era was, because you have like the Heisei era and these different eras of. I think they named them after the Prime Minister at the time. I could be completely wrong, but still, this is very classic 70s Godzilla. Looks utterly ridiculous, but I think will tug at a lot of heartstrings and nostalgia points for a lot of people. So if you're into Godzilla, then this is definitely one that you might want to consider. But then again, don't consider it too hard, because we also have that insanely gigantic, massive, incredibly expensive Godzilla next year as well. And to be honest, if anything's taking my attention, it's that guy. And finally, let's wrap it up with Mezco as well, with their 1/12th collective Captain Nemo figure reveal. And this is kind of cool. I do like my sort of steampunk, old school Victorian, but still sci-fi kind of meshing together. That's pretty badass, and that's what they've done here. So of course, if you're familiar with 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Captain Nemo, this is a very League of Extraordinary Gentlemen type vibe. And don't let that put you off, because yes, film was awful, but the comic book was very well written and, you know, has a lot of pedigree and lineage behind it. But again, it's not a direct copy. It's just got that similar kind of feel, that classic literary character reimagined in a steampunky kind of way. So he looks pretty badass. It's not my cup of tea. I'm more of a future-y science fiction rather than an old steampunk science fiction kind of person. So the Mezcos that I'm more interested in are the sort of Rumble Society kind of figures, but they might be coming to the channel later. I might have to sell a few more figures to do that, but still, we'll see how that goes. But if you like your old school literary characters, there you go, then you might want to pick yourself up a Captain Nemo. And guys, that was it for Good News for today. I took a little break and all of a sudden just everything hit me. But there you go. We're all caught up and up to date, and we are going to have a lot more reveals coming throughout October, I feel. I can feel it in my bones. I've got a funny feeling in my toe. So if you want to stay up to date with everything happening, then make sure you join the 6-1 Clicks by clicking the like, share and subscribe buttons. And if you want to go one step beyond in supporting the channel, you can do by going over to patreon.com/displaying model behavior. Throw a few shekels my way, because currently we are working our way through the Legends Legacy review. This week we will have a brand new Lizard review and retrospective. So he's being added to the list, and we're going to see where he ranks in my overall Legends Legacy ranking. It's a good time had by all. So folks, thanks very much for watching, and until next time, keep displaying model behavior.
Chill. Yeah.
have come and brought some more thunder of their own with the... And it don't...
Cup of coffee.